Classics. Let me get this set up. Good enough. Let's see. I'm gonna use this as a monitor. Hopefully it works. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Check it out. Okay, there's a little delay, but that's all good. No, wait. That's the one. Ha, clicked the wrong one. Okay, edit that part out. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I want to get the chat on here. That's the main reason I'm using a monitor, is because I want to see the chat. And I'm an imbecile. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Let's see. Top chat. Chat's on the side. Okay. For instance, can I comment there? Negative. Yeah, we're definitely going to call this a test. Well, the best I can tell, I think we're live. So let's go. Welcome to Nick White Classics. Thanks for tuning in. If you're here, it's because you're into classic retro gaming, like I am. I think one of my favorite systems of all time was the Atari 2600, and I scored a whole bunch of old Atari 2600 games, and I just want to clean them all out good before I put them in my system, just to make sure that I don't get any dust on there. So let's go ahead and dig in. I'm not going to need the glue today, maybe tomorrow. And I know I'm going to need the alcohol, so let's pop that open. And what do we have here? Okay. Not much, just some regular cotton swabs, some Q-tips, and some toothpicks. I think that's all I'm gonna need. So let's do this. Before we get started, I'm gonna try some of this Chivas Regal blended Scotch whiskey. There it is. I don't know if it's any good. Is it any good? Anybody in the chat ever trying that? If so, let me know. Smells fine. Oh yeah. Great. Actually, I'm gonna take these out of here and just set them in my box. I'm gonna use this shot glass for rubbing alcohol. That's probably way too much, but I just stopped at Walgreens today and picked up some 91% isopropyl alcohol, and this is to clean the pins of my Atari 2600 games. You see right off the bat there's first cartridge that I drew, which is Game Program Combat. has this guard on it. So I'm gonna circle back to that one in a second. There's another one with the guard. For now, I'm gonna start a pile. Games with guards. Yep, they all had this sort of trapdoor. Okay, so here's Shark Attack, which is a game that I do not remember ever playing. This is from 1982, and you can see this one we can get right inside. So I'm just gonna grab a Q-tip and start cleaning. So the reason that it's 91% alcohol is due to the fact that it will dry very quickly, and ideally will not leave any residue. The important thing here is you can see that little tiny chipboard in there. We just want to make sure that we clean all these pins off really nice and good. Get all the dirt off there. Rub it down, and then get any dust that happens to be inside the cartridge as well, because again, this thing is older than dirt. So you want to also get all the fuzz out of there as well. I think there's a hair in there too. Yeah, I'd say that Q-tip actually left some fuzzies behind, so that's not great. But overall, that's one down, right? So I'll start a finished pile right now. And there's another flat one. This is Super Breakout, which is a classic game, and I actually have a few copies of this. So I think I have one with even with a label that's in much better condition too. So we'll take a look at that maybe sometime. But for now, I want to talk about how to get this cover out of the way so that we can clean that chipboard. First thing you want to do is, well, there's a couple different ways that I've seen to do it, but this way I'm going to try first. Actually, this is the 4-button machine with the 4 switches. There's a different model that has 6 switches, and maybe we'll clean that one up another time. But this particular 4-switch Atari 2600 actually has the 2 tabs broke off, so I can't play any games. I can't insert any games in there with that have the bottom guard on there. So if it has a cover, it's not going to fit into this machine right now, because really these tabs that were on there push down this tab and allow you to open it. But I think we can use a toothpick. I think really you just need anything to poke in there. Click that down, and now you can just slide it. Then if you pinch the sides, oops, try that again. Oh man, you gotta pinch that sucker tight. This game is Warlords, which is another classic Atari game, and I think I have multiple copies of this one as well. So the label on here might be a little dirty, but I cleaned it up yesterday the best that I could, so I don't think it's gonna get much better. See, I'm just putting a little bit of alcohol on there, and then just rubbing any old dirt, grime, buildup off there with the alcohol. And then once that's done, I turn around, oh, and you can see there's some nastiness on there. I'm just gonna wipe off the pins just so there's no sort of residue from the moisture on the pins. And then I'm just gonna use the dry side to wipe out the sides, pull any dust or debris out of there, and done. Put that in the finished pile. Just work through these like that. That's too much work, so I think I'm gonna knock out all the, damn, look how nasty that is. Gross. Let's throw a couple in there. Okay, this is Demon Attack, which is honestly a freaking awesome spaceship game. This is, I don't know how well you can see this, but this is space dinosaur like ships that kind of look like Transformers, just metal dinosaurs flying through space on the cover of the game. And it's an awesome little space shooter, if I remember correctly. It's been quite a while since I played it, but I'm looking forward to playing this one. I always thought it was cool too because it has a magic case. I'm not sure who manufactures this, I guess. Well, it says iMagic right here. iMagic, if I'm saying that right, and on the back, but the shape of the cartridge is just, yeah, cool. Let's get in there and clean it out, and then the hope is that, you know, the reason that I'm doing this is because I want to play all these games through, and I want to be sure that when I put a game inside of my cartridge, I'm not going to transfer dust and grime and dirty my heads. So I want to keep my games clean so that I can keep my console clean, right? Space War. Don't know. I don't recognize this one, but I love it. It feels like a knockoff Star Wars game. And this is from 1978, so when did the first Star Wars come out? I'm not sure. So same thing here. I'm just going to depress the button there, hold down that trapdoor, and then just pinch the game to hold it. And as soon as you let that go, that trapdoor will close. And we want it open so that we can clean off the little teeth there. The pins need to be cleaned so that we can ensure contact to the heads. So just wiping out any dust that's in there, and I'm just going to do that again and again and again for every single game. And this pile is my initial pile, but I got lots more in a box. I'm going to make sure that I clean all of them out before I play any through. It's like sort of some, I guess it's some form of delayed gratification, right? I don't get to play these awesome classic Atari 2600 games until I clean everything out. So that's just a couple cartridge cleanouts right here. I obviously have a few more to do. Check back next time and we'll clean the rest.